All right, we are live. People are chatting. We have Captain Poland, Tribs, Thea, Ginger Snaps, and the Musing Melodist already in chat. I appreciate you guys. First off, I just want to say welcome, welcome. I am Azoreign, your friendly blue mage. You may call me Azo. Thank you for joining the stream. Please make sure to follow me on whatever you want to follow me on. I'm most active on X or Twitter. I have just started a TikTok where we will be multi-streaming to TikTok once I'm able to. After a 30-day grace period, then I'm able to apply for a live streaming thing for TikTok, so we'll be streaming over there. But I also post, try and be funny. So if you want to follow me over on TikTok, you can follow me on X. And then most importantly, if you subscribe to me here on YouTube, once we hit 2,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway of a commander deck. And let me grab these. I will be doing a giveaway of a commander deck. And then Deck Dwell sent me their 100 card deck boxes. So we'll be giving away one of these deck boxes, a commander deck, and then a collector's pack of the new foundations. So that's once we hit 2,000 subs. So please make sure to subscribe here on YouTube. You can get an extra entry for following me on TikTok and an extra entry for following me on Twitter or X. So you have 3 chances to win 3 great prizes. But that being said, Discord link. If you want to find out how to be on a live stream, if that's something that interests you, or if you just want to join a Magic community where you can get advice on your decks, you can ask questions, or just talk to like-minded people, go ahead and join my Discord. The link should be in the bio and the description of this video. But that being said, we are going to jump over into said Discord and get this game started. I'm very excited to stream a game for you all tonight. All right, we are live. Sorry if I'm interrupting anything. How's everyone doing?
Good. Good.
I am so in this game, we have a touch of something old and a touch of something new. So we are joined by a very good, very old friend of mine who was in not my first playgroup ever, but my second playgroup. When my first playgroup disbanded, 9 Nazgul down in the corner was there to pick up the pieces. When my first playgroup dispersed, 9 Nazgul was there to catch me in his arms, and we formed our own playgroup locally. So we're the return of Nazgul. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to have you. It's been a while. You've been on the stream before. We've obviously played in person quite a few times, but I'm excited your schedule finally opened up, and so it's good to have you back on the channel.
Absolutely, yeah.
And our something new right next to me in the top right, not the same screen name as you are in the Discord, so I'm just going to refer to you as Cryptos. That's what you are named in the Discord. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
I'm excited to have you on the channel. It's always good to get some new faces in. And Olivia, Opulent Outlaw. I've not seen much from this commander. Has been overshadowed a lot by Vihan, so I'm excited to see your take on Olivia tonight.
Okay.
And
happy to be here.
Always happy to have new people. And in the bottom below me, one of my true nemesis, the deck building madman himself, Lemony. Welcome back.
I have to share the insanity of doing the 32 deck challenge with everyone.
Yes, so before we get started, just to let everyone know, Lemony has undertaken the massive burden of building 32 different commander decks, and it's my understanding that he's almost done with his goal, correct?
This is the penultimate deck.
This is the penultimate deck, and it only took him 31 decks to build a 4-color partner deck.
No.
I'm gonna mulligan this hand.
No, my first 4-color deck was the partner deck as well. My Studies deck. Yeah, it was Ludovic and Ravos.
Gotcha. Well, what we like to do here on the channel, as we're all shuffling and looking at our hands, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the turn order 3 times. And then once we're ready with our hands, we can just get started. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so the Nazgul and Cryptos switched spots. We have Harrow in chat. Good evening, all. Always good to hear from you, Harrow. My hand is weird, but I think I can make it work. So I'm going first. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep. I'm good.
Mine is technically keepable. I technically have all 4 of my colors. There's a lot of technicalities in there.
Before we get started, I want to make sure. So I don't know why that it does this all the time, but the sub number here on, so we're actually even closer to our goal. Let me update this really quick. Goal amount 2,000, and we are currently sitting at 1,971 subscribers here on YouTube. So let's update that.
An even worse hand.
Oh no.
Going in again. Is this putting down to 6?
I'm gonna say yes. Go to 6, and we'll see. We'll see after that.
Okay.
This one I will keep.
It's a 3-color deck. I am not gonna take a 2-land hand. No, sorry. Just asking for trouble.
While we get the hands figured out, Lemony, you're good with your hand?
Yep.
All right, so then I'm just gonna talk a minute about. It was very cool. I got an email where someone from Deckdwell, here I'll put it on the big camera, Deckdwell reached out, and they just sent me an email saying that we wanted to they sent me 2 deck boxes, so you can't really tell, but down here it's like the inner inside of the deck is outlined in like blue felt, and the other one is red. So I'm gonna do an unboxing video here on my YouTube channel of these. Go do a little review, promote them a little bit.
Hashtag sponsored.
Yes, I'm very excited. Like one of the first things that anyone's ever wanted to send me. So the red one is going to go out to someone for the giveaway, for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. And, you know, I got to keep the blue one. So the blue one's staying with me.
Excellent.
Thank you, Deck Dwell. Shout out to you. How's that hand looking, Kryptos?
That's looking much better.
All right, then we are going to go ahead. If everyone's good, everyone good?
Yep.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead, outline myself in orange. I will draw my first magical card. And I am going to play a Temple of Deceit. It will enter tapped, and I will scry 1, and I will pass.
Hey, what do you call the study of my best friend?
Oh, gosh.
Cryptozoology.
Oh,
Oh
my.
my goodness.
I'm going to bottom this.
I will find a way to slap you through the internet. I promise.
Nazgul, you are good to go.
All right. I already drew, and I'm just gonna play a forest and pass the turn.
I am fully expecting you to somehow manifest the entirety of the Encyclopedia Britannica directly above my head.
Don't tempt me. And I'm gonna play a unclaimed territory for my turn. Get that into camera. And then I shall pass turn.
I roll the roll. Ooh, okay. I'll play a Terramorphic Expanse. Then I will crack it for I don't know, I guess a forest, why not? Crack for a forest and pass the turn.
Forest it is. All right, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play my second magical card. Unfortunately, we're playing slow. I'm going to play Silver Bluff Ridge. It's going to be an Is It Indestructible artifact land that will enter tapped, but
Nice.
I will do the most dastardly thing of all. Tap 1 for a Soul Ring.
Oh, how dare you!
A
Heck
turn
yeah.
2 Soul Ring. But then I will do something even more truly evil and tap my Soul Ring for a Skull Clamp.
Oh,
I cannot do anything else, so I will pass the turn.
I'm not sure
Alright.
what's worse, the Skull Clamp or an Arcane Signet.
draw.
Yeah.
One's
Well,
more
let's-
mana, the other's eventually more card draw.
Well,
Look
one of
this.
those actually ended up with Wizards of the Coast giving out an official apology, so let's go with the Skull Clamp.
You know what? That's fair.
All right, I played
That's
a.
just what I'm sure Thayer is asking us to do in the chat of somewhere and kill Azoreign.
I know, yeah, it's coming.
Oh yeah,
All right, Nazgul,
No,
what do
I'll-
you got?
I played a swamp, and I'm gonna play a demonic tutor.
Oh my gosh.
And
Demonic Tutor.
Tutoring early, interesting.
How demonic. Gotta get his own soul ring, naturally.
While you tutor, let me see how old this notification is, but I was also just notified on YouTube that I've officially hit 250,000 views across all of my videos. So we are on a roll here on YouTube. I appreciate everyone watching right now. If you're watching live, thank you. If you're watching the VOD back, I appreciate you too.
You're welcome for one of those.
Yeah, you
'Cause
are one.
I technically do have the stream open on another tab.
My guy.
I always do that. Mainly so I can occasionally look at the chat, but the view
Now
helps
I'm-
nicely.
Now I'm just nervous of how long Nazgul's tutoring. He's gonna go get something. He's weighing his options.
Yeah, I got a lot of options, but I think we gotta go with that one.
Usually a
Alright.
tutor this early usually means some sort of ramp or card draw.
Or some other shenanigans.
Maybe he's having a Vandal Blast.
Maybe.
You know, that I very well could. I'll pass the turn.
This will be a
Alright.
surprise secret for later. What?
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's go with Temple of Triumph. I get to scry 1. I will bury that. Let's see, is there anything in my hand I can do on 1 drop? No, there isn't. I shall pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play an Attica Waste, and then I'll tap 2 for. Let's go for a Talisman of Curiosity. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna keep slow rolling a little. I'm gonna play 3 tap lands in a row. So I'll play Terramorphic Expanse, tap and sack that for. Got double blue, single black, single red. I'm actually gonna go and get a swamp. First swamp that I come across enters tapped. I will shuffle because I'm just going to do this quick. I will go 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to play Aetherworks Marvel.
Ooh.
So I'll just explain this really quick. Whenever a permanent I control is put into a graveyard, probably should have played the Terramorphic Expanse first, or this first, and then the. Still learning. Aetherworks Marvel says, whenever a permanent I control is put into a graveyard, I get a single energy. I can tap and pay 6 energy, and I look at the top 6 cards in my library, and I can cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost and put the rest at the bottom. So after that, I am done. I will pass to the guy who just tutored for his Vandal Blast.
And of course,
Yes,
naturally, the
absolutely.
permanent includes the tokens that Mishra makes.
Yes. Say in
Alright.
chat, I've been playing a bunch more CDH, currently working on building a Thrasios and Tymna creature combo. What combo are you shooting for, Thea? Let's see, is this going to be the card he tutored for? Strixhaven Stadium.
It was not. No.
Ooh,
Okay.
bold move, like right out early.
All right. So
Let's,
yeah, I played a Plains and Strixhaven Stadium.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and read this paragraph to the chat. Tap and add a colorless. Put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to Nazgul, he's going to remove a point counter from the stadium. Whenever a creature Nazgul controls deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Then, if this has 10 or more point counters on it, remove all of them, and that player... Oh, so it's a lose the game card. Got it. Got it.
Yep.
I have that card as a Wink edition in a past Griswold deck that I have. I basically built up my board enough to where I could guarantee getting 6 hits off in one turn, plop that down, and hope no one had like an Aetherize or something.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Gonna play a swamp. I'm going to tap 3 to play Stromkirk Captain. First strike, other vampires, creatures you control get 1/1 and first strike.
Very
And I
nice.
shall pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play a basic Plains. I
Running
will
basics in a 4-color,
tap
it's a dangerous game. It's got to be all dual lands.
The problem is a lot of my dual lands are currently in other decks.
I imagine
That's the
so.
problem with having 2 4-color decks as my last 2 decks.
That is the issue of having
I'll-
32 decks.
I'll cast a Talisman of Dominance.
Sure.
Then I'll tap 3, taking 1 point of life loss from the Talisman for a black mana. We cast Tymna the Weaver from my Kingdom Zone.
Tymna's here.
Yep, she is a 2/2 legendary human cleric with lifelink, and at the beginning of my post-combat main phase, I pay X life or X is the number of opponents that were dealt combat damage this turn. If I do, draw X cards. Pat, will you shut up, please? And with that, I'll pass the turn.
All right. Give me 1 second to just check something over on the other monitor. I hear a cat.
No, she's gonna keep doing that.
That's fine. I love cats. I'm a total cat person, to be honest.
Same.
All right.
Unfortunately, this cat doesn't shut up.
Untap.
But yeah, full disclosure, this deck is running a total of 9 basic lands, 2 of each of the colored ones, and then 1 waste.
Okay. A waste. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. I have drawn my magical card. I shall play a Darksteel Citadel is my land for the turn. And then let me do some math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not work out the way I want it to. 5. That's 4. That also doesn't do what I want it to. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to tap 5 and bring in my commander, Mishra. Mishra is very interesting. I think he is wildly overlooked. So at the beginning of combat on my turn, Mishra is going to create a token copy of a non-creature artifact that is named Mishra's Warform. So he can make legendary copies that are basically still legendary, but their name is changed. So I think Mishra is very interesting. The token gains haste, and I have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So that being said, believe it or not, I am not going to make a token copy of the Aetherworks Marvel. I am going to make a Mishra's Warform copy. I will go to combat. Is there any responses?
None.
Sadness.
Nope.
Okay. Then I will make a token copy of my Soul Ring. That will be a 4/4. I am not going to attack. Then I'm going to my post-combat main phase. I will tap my Soul Ring for 2, and I'm going to play a Mycosynth Wellspring. Mycosynth Wellspring, when this card enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, I can search my library for a basic land and put it into my hand. So it's going to enter. I will search for an island, put it into my hand. Island. Then you want to see the real crazy stuff. While I'm shuffling, I'm going to take a second. Thea says a bunch of different creature combos. Main line is Devoted Druid, infinite mana. And then Kinnan backup. Yeah, Kinnan is... I'm not like a huge CEDH follower, but I know that Kinnan is incredibly powerful.
I don't know about Kinnan, but I once had a Thracios and Alana deck that was really good at coming out with infinite mana. Because
yeah,
Alana is, of course, tap a number of red equal to the highest mana value among highest power amongst creatures you control that have entered the battlefield that turn. So I use her to generate a lot of mana in order to feed into Thracios, and eventually I'd have something like Shotgun Retriever and other ways to untap Alana, and then I eventually win by using Aggravated Assault to make infinite the untap Elena infinite times, draw my deck, and win with Lab Maniac.
got it. Yeah, the best thing about Thracios is that your commander is just an infinite mana sink. You just draw your entire deck. You already have infinite mana. You draw your entire deck, play your entire deck. You play every counter spell. You get your win con. You know, Thracios is completely busted. But to continue...
One card that was really good in that deck was Gemstone Array. It's a 4-mana artifact. You can pay 2 generic to put a charge counter on it, and you can remove a charge counter from it to add 1 mana of any color. So you could basically store up your mana and then convert all the red mana Alana's making to whatever you need.
Got it. Alright. To end my bag of tricks, I am still in my post-combat main phase. I'm going to tap my Darksteel Citadel, and I will equip my 4/4 Soul Ring with the Skull Clamp. I will then move to the end of my turn, which Mishra will cause me to sacrifice the Mishra's Warform. I will draw 2 cards, and I will put an energy counter on the Aetherworks Marvel. And that is my turn. I'm done.
All right, end of your turn. I'm going to tap
Someone give him the copy
Stadium.
of the map so that prevents him from sacrificing his tokens.
Please don't.
So end of your turn, I'm going to tap Strixhaven Stadium for a mana. That'll just fizzle, but it puts a point counter on the stadium.
Copy that.
And
And then you are
then-
good to go.
Upkeep, draw. Alright. I am going to play an Isolated Chapel. It comes in untapped. And I'm going to pay for a Tempt with Discovery.
Ooh. All right, so we will start in player order. So, Kryptos, would you like to get any land from your deck? And if you do, Nazgul also gets to grab any land from his deck.
Sure.
Oh no. Lemony.
Alright. There's one.
As much as I like to ramp, I don't need the extra land right now, so I'll pass.
I will
Okay.
also side with Lemony, and I will say no.
Alright. I get 2 lands out of this then.
Yes, so Nazgul will search for any 2 lands, and Kryptos will search for any 1 land,
We're gonna go.
and they go right to the battlefield,
And the rest
correct?
of us will be smug knowing
Yes.
we made the right choice.
Yes, and the rest of us shall shiver with nervousness, but also grin knowing that we did not take the deal. We were not tempted with greed.
Joke's on you, I don't have a soul to sell.
Mine is the Volundrin Estate.
Oh, well, they're in the state.
Totally
And
not
I-
Castlevania.
And I am going to get
No, of
Temple of the
course
False
not.
God
It's Castle
and
Dracula.
Command Tower.
Got it. Yep, Temple of the False God, basically a free ancient tomb at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll shuffle after, but then I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Smothering Tithe.
I
Oops.
don't like that.
All right,
I
I swear,
also don't like
I have
that.
a
Can't do anything
story.
about that.
I have a story about Smothering Tithe.
Everyone has a story
Yeah.
about Smothering Tide.
And Nazgul knows exactly what it is. There was a time when Nazgul came over and he was playing. We were playing at my house, and it was game 1. And I'm pretty sure Nazgul got Smothering Tithe out on turn 2. It was some crazy thing, and he won the game on like turn 4 because nobody could pay for it. It was so early. We shuffle up. We're like, all right, whatever, you won. Congrats, you got Smothering Tithe out. We shuffle up. We play another game. Game 2. Turn 3, Smothering Tithe comes back out, and I'm pretty sure Nazgul won back-to-back games off of Smothering Tithe, and oh my gosh. Every time after that, I'm like, if I can destroy that card, I'm gonna do it.
I hope you know that is the card I searched for just for you.
Okay, got it. And so I imagine that is the end of your turn, correct?
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Alright, untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Now, as you draw, you do draw the card, but the Smothering Tithe trigger goes on the stack. Would you like to pay 2 mana, or does Nazgul get to make a treasure token?
You can make a treasure token.
Beautiful.
He lets him get a land, lets him make a treasure. I'm nervous.
Daniel, your brain damage is showing.
That's a low blow.
I'm short. Everything I do is low.
I summon Olivia,
I do
Opulent
apologize.
Outlaw.
Olivia has entered.
And then Stromkirk Captain is going at Mr. Tithe.
There we go.
Alright,
Smart move.
I will take 2.
And then you also remove a counter from your stadium,
Yes.
correct?
Yep. And then, yep, that's back down to... Sorry, get that in camera view. That's back down to 1.
And I shall pass turn.
There we go.
Assassins, mercenaries,
Combat.
pirates, rogues, warlocks. Okay, so vampires and soldiers are not warlocks. Okay, got it.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will pay the 2.
What
All right.
a guy.
Alright. I'll play an Exotic Orchard. That's my last turn. And then I'll tap 4. Now I'll cast Bismuth Mindrender.
Oh gosh.
It is a 4 mana, 4/3 Eldrazi with Devoid and Menace. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of the library until they exile a non-land card. I may cast that card by paying a life equal to the spell's mana value rather than paying its mana cost.
Okay, I've quite literally never seen this card. It's cool.
Yeah.
It is from the 5-color Eldrazi Precon.
Copy that.
Now, as much as I would like,
Sounds like a pain.
Yeah, that. Oof.
I'll then go to combat. I'll also swing at Nazgul for 2 with Tymna. With lifelink.
All right. And I no longer have any points.
Main phase 2, I'll choose not to pay the 1
Hmm.
life and draw a card. And pass the turn.
Copy that. Hey Nazgul, I'm gonna let you know this Soul Ring is definitely gonna stay tapped for a while here. So I'll
Sounds
untap,
good.
upkeep, and draw.
That's fine. You
Keep
can
my
make another.
yes, I'll keep my Soul Ring tapped. No treasure for you, buddy. I will play this island. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will tap all 5. I'll play Gilded Lotus. So I need more mana. Then I'm just going to go to combat. Mishra will trigger. I will create a Mishra's War form of Gilded Lotus. See, this is the strength that nobody thinks about when they think of Mishra. You can copy giant mana rocks. After
Oh, that's really good.
I will swing, and I am also going to send 5 over at Mr. Smothering Tide.
All right. Oh, glad I made myself a target really
Yep.
early.
Then
That happens.
after that, I will go to my second main phase, and I'm going to tap my Gilded Lotus for 3 blue, tap my Gilded Lotus for 3 black, and I will play Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. Tezzeret says that creatures and planeswalker spells I control have affinity for artifacts, so they cost 1 colorless less for each artifact I control. His -3 returns an artifact from my graveyard. His -8 exiles the top 10 cards and put all artifacts on the battlefield. And his +2, which I'm currently going to use, says... So +2.
X damage to each.
Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge, will deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts I control, and I gain X life. So I currently control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to deal 8 damage to everyone, and I will gain 8 life and go to 48.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, I have no more mana to spend, and I cannot protect my Tezzeret, so I imagine he could very well be dead next turn. But
Possible.
dealing 8 damage to everyone seemed to be pretty solid. After that, I will end my turn. Mishra's War Form will be sacrificed, and I will put another energy counter on Aetherworks Marvel and pass the turn.
Alrighty. Draw. Okay. We're gonna play a Dragon Skull Summit. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 4 for Tana, the Bloodstower. And with that, I'm just gonna pass.
Interesting. So Tana says, 2/2 with trample. Whenever Tana the Bloodsword deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapperling creature tokens. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, 6 mana open. Strixhaven Stadium taps for 6. And we'll see if Kryptos makes it 7 if he wants to pay 2 mana to prevent that token, treasure from being created.
Sure, I'll pay the 2.
Wow. So Nazgul, you have taken 10 damage at least, and you've made a single treasure.
Yep, it was worth it.
Your signature card.
You know, I've also made you guys altogether lose 6 mana.
That's true.
So,
Playing stacks.
I'm gonna
True,
tap
full
3.
disclosure, I was not gonna be doing anything with that extra 2 mana on my turn, so I would like to.
I will tap 3 to summon Vihan Goldwaker.
There he is. If Captain Poland is still in chat, Captain Poland had a very good Vihan deck for a while. Vihan is a very good card.
I think I remember that deck.
Alright, I'm going to swing 3 in the air at Tezzeret, and
So just note, if you wanted to swing the captain at Tezzeret and swing Olivia at me, you'll make the treasure because Olivia's got to deal combat damage to a player.
oh, that's right. So, Captain at Tezzeret, Olivia at... Well, I'm just going to swing it at the guy with 48 health.
Yeah, that tracks. So the Stormkirk captain is giving Olivia a +1/+1, so I will take 4 commander damage from Olivia.
Mm-hmm. And I gain 4 life.
Captain Poland in chat, Vihan, best banger Wizards of the Coast ever printed. He's very good.
And then I get a treasure token. And then I shall pass turn.
Gained life, made a treasure,
Untap,
casted
upkeep,
Vihan's, pretty solid turn.
draw. I will pay the 2.
Roydy.
Did I put
I'll
a...
play Unclaimed Territory as my land for turn, naming Eldrazi.
I forgot to put a land for turn. Whoops.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I mean, Lemony hasn't really started yet. Yeah, go ahead and just put your land out, I would say.
Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Yeah, I'll put Blackcleave Cliffs, or Blackcleave Cliffs.
Copy
I'll
that.
tap 3 and cast Heirloom Blade. Crit creature gets +3/+1, and whenever the crit creature dies, I may reveal a card at the top of my library until I reveal a creature. That shit. Everyone knows what Heirloom Blade is, right?
After Lemony's turn, I clicked on Heirloom Blade and Caracas came up. I have a story about Caracas before my turn. It's a sad story, so remind me to tell it.
I'll tap the Unclaimed Territory to equip my Heirloom Blade to Tymna.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Yep.
I'll swing Tymna at Tezzeret.
For 5.
And my Mind Render with Menace, I'll go ahead and swing at Azoreign.
Okay,
for
when Tezzeret goes into the graveyard, the Aetherworks Marvel will get a counter. I will take 4 from the Eldrazi
I'll
monstrosity.
gain 5 life. And then go ahead and start reveal. Is it reveal?
Yeah.
Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card.
Island.
And exile is public knowledge.
Ooh, Marionette Master.
It's what, a 5-drop?
It's a 6-drop.
6-drop. You know what? I'll just leave that in exile.
Yeah, so they both remain exiled. Ouch.
Then main phase 2.
Ooh, that would have. That
I will
would
once
have
again
not
choose
been
not
fun.
to activate Tymna's effect. I will, however, pay 1 and move my Heirloom Blade over to my Mind Render. So that if it dies, I get to replace it with a different Eldrazi into my hand.
Okay.
Pass turn.
All right. Untap. Tezzeret, we're not long for this world. Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, I keep my Soul Ring tapped because I'm a jerk. And
I'll be honest, I will say this, Azoreign. I was
Yes.
kind of hoping to rip a mana rock off of you.
I'm struggling because I want to draw cards off of Skull Clamp, but I don't want to give Nazgul just a bajillion mana.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
I will start by let's tap for blue, and I'm going to play Emery, Lurker of the Loch. Right in my glare is right here, so I'm going to try and keep Emery. Okay, while I do this, my story about Crocus will be short. Long time ago, I was at our local game store, and a guy who I thought was my friend, I wasn't new, but I had never seen, I'd never seen this land. Return target legendary creature to its owner's hand, and I was like, wow, that looks great, and he wanted a card from me. So we traded cards. I don't remember what I gave him. Equal value, some $20 card. He gave me Caracas, and he leaves. I put Crocus in my deck, and I walk up to the front counter, and I was like, oh my god, the guy at the front counter was like my buddy, and I was like, dude, look at what he just traded me, this Crocus, like, this is so good. The guy at the front counter looks at me, and he seriously, he just looks at me and goes, he traded that to you? And it's like, yeah, he just traded it to me. That card's banned. And I know that person knows that card is banned. You just got scammed. And the guy at the front counter was like, I'll talk to him. That's so not cool. He basically just took advantage of a newer player. And so that really sucked. Never got it back. I sold.
Okay, I'll give you a quarter when you get home.
Okay. So I got totally fleeced off the Crocus. But anyway, Emery. Emery's going to enter, and I mill 4 cards. Archway of Innovation, Enthusiastic Mechanaut, Mountain, and a Commander Sphere. Emery can tap and allow me to cast artifacts from my graveyard, which is currently just the Commander Sphere and the Mechanaut. All right. Not great. All right. Then we're going to tap 3. Let's play Scrap Trawler. It's probably best that you took out Tezzeret because it's going to get a few more artifacts in play.
Yeah, that was gonna kill us pretty quickly.
We'll go Scrap Trawler, and then I want to tap black, and I will tap a colorless, and I'm going to play Disciple of the Vault. Whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from play, that means if anyone sacrifices a treasure, Mr. Nazgul, or I get to deal 1 damage, an opponent loses 1 life. I tapped another one, and I'll play Wayfarer's Bauble. I might break the code, Lemony. I'm running out of cards. I will go to combat. Mishra is going to make what do I want to do here? I think I will make a Mishra's Warform copy of the Gilded Lotus once again. Olivia is a 4/4. Vihan is a 3/3. Stormkirk Captain is a 2/2 with first strike. So Olivia can kill Mishra without dying. I think Nazgul's been hit enough, but he's gonna make some. I'm gonna let him make a few treasures. All right, I'm gonna trust my gut, and I'm gonna swing back at Lemony for 5 with Mishra.
Yeah.
After that, I will go into my post-combat main phase, and I would like to I'm just going to do this. I'm going to pay 2 and sacrifice the Wayfarer's Bauble to go and get a mountain. When that goes into my graveyard, I will put a 1/1 counter, or sorry, I'll put an energy counter on Aetherworks Marvel. I will deal 1 damage
Give
to...
me that at now.
What?
How much is the energy at?
The Angie?
Energy.
Oh, 4. I need
Nice.
6 to
So
activate it.
yeah. And who's losing the 1 life?
Nazgul.
All right.
I'm gonna make him pay for. I'm gonna draw a couple cards. So I'm making him pay for making some
Paying for
treasures.
taxes.
Shuffle up, cut like that.
It says that this game is popping off.
Land to my hand. Then I'm going to tap my Gilded Lotus for 3 blue, and I'm going to equip the Skull Clamp to the Gilded Lotus itself. Then I will go to my end step, and I will sacrifice the Mishra's Warform. That will gain me another energy to bring me to 5. Now, the Gilded Lotus's mana value was 5. Scrap Trawler will see that, and I can return one of these from my graveyard to my hand. So I want to draw cards right now. I'm going to return Commander Sphere from my graveyard to my hand. I will also deal 1 damage back to Nazgul.
Yep.
I've got 2 mana floating. I'm going to draw 2 cards when that gets... Or no, I'm moving phases, actually. So no, I don't get to spend that mana. As I move to my end step...
That
Hang
was.
on.
It's still doing your end step.
I was going to say,
The sacrifice.
sacrifice
I
at
believe,
the
is-
beginning of the next end step. So no, I'm actually moving phases. So no, that mana goes away. Because I'm in my post-combat main phase, moving to the end step, the mana goes away. All right, I thought I was going to be able to limit the treasure creation. But I'll draw 2 cards, and Nazgul will make 2 treasures.
Alrighty.
And after that, I am done.
And if your turn, we're just gonna tap Strixhaven Stadium to put a point counter on it, and then I'll go into my untap.
I'm gonna bright side as at least if Naz does sack those treasures, he will be paying for it.
That's what I justified in my head for giving him the treasures, but I had a single card in hand and wanted to try and get to the end game a little bit, so
All right. So the only one with flying is Croesus, right?
Kryptos, yes. His
Or Kryptos,
commander
sorry,
Olivia is
Sorry.
fine.
Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. We're gonna pay 1, 2, 3.
Technically, she
four.
also has First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink.
Keyword soup.
True. We're gonna pay 5 for. Ooh.
Don't you want to sacrifice some treasures? Come on.
Not particularly. We're gonna pay 5 for an Eldrazi monument,
How dare you?
and do I want?
That seems very good with Tana out.
Yeah. Let's. No, we'll keep that for now. And let's see. As I'm gonna swing at you for 3 in the
Yep.
air.
3 commander.
And
1 point on the stadium and making 3/2 sapling.
yes,
Flat, and indestructible.
exactly. And with that, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I can do this too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. So we're also going to pay 3 for a war cadence.
Okay.
Doesn't matter at the moment, but and I'll pass the turn after that.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, draw. Okay. War cadence. What in the world is that?
He can at any time make the defending player have to pay mana to block
Yes.
or blocking creature.
For every blocking creature.
Lovely.
It's kind of the opposite of like Ghostly Prison or something like that.
Clifftop Retreat. That's going to come into play tapped.
And
Oh,
did you
and
pay the 2 on your draw?
No, I didn't.
Perfect.
Yes, I want Nazgul to sacrifice everything
Vampire
all at
Cutthroat.
once and just instantly die.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. I'm going to tap 3, and I'm naming colors because it's important. White, red, and black. Painful Truths. I get to draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent. So I get to draw 3. 1.
And are you paying 2 for any of those draws?
No, I'm not.
Beautiful.
One deck that I kind of want to build one of these days is 5-color converged leeches. For no other reason than I think it'd be funny to be able to Painful Truth for 4.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cards in hand, Nazgul?
I got 2 cards in hand.
Okay, so you having a ton of mana isn't the worst thing at the moment.
No, not at the moment. Sadly.
I did seem intent to keep like 5 mana up.
Alright,
Or something like
I'm
that.
moving to combat.
Yep.
Any issues with me moving to combat?
Nope.
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 Alright, Vampire Cutthroat and Olivia are going to be going for Nazgul.
And remember, Vihan will animate your treasure into a 3/3 with haste and vigilance.
No, it will.
Bulk, so it can't be blocked by the saplings either.
No, it will only do that if I say he will do that, and I'm saying he won't.
Ah, okay. So yes, he is a May.
So, Cutthroat, you cannot block Cutthroat. He is too small and puny. He dodges your saplings. And then Olivia's coming at you in the air.
Okay.
The saplings
I'm
do
gonna-
have flying.
Yes, they do.
Did you want to change attacks? Because the Eldrazi Monument's
He
going to...
could- He could kill your Olivia by just blocking with all their saplings, doing 6 damage without any of them dying.
Yes.
Alright. I shall change and instead go for Go for Ezo.
Yes. So another 4 from Olivia.
And I will take the 1 from the cutthroat.
Alright, cool. Time for me to do some vampire shenanigans.
Oh no.
Are you ready, kids?
Probably not.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alrighty. Count them, guys. Count them. I have 2 treasure tokens. I'm going to sack the 2 treasure tokens. I take 2 damage, right?
So it's any opponent. So I can choose, and yes, I will have you lose 2 life.
Okay, so that I have to go up to 37, and then -2. Then I'm going to tap 2, and then I'm going to tap Stormkirk Captain to
Okay.
play New Blood, targeting Tana.
New blood.
What is...
As an additional cost to cast the spell, tap an untapped vampire you control. Gain control of target creature. Change the text of that creature by replacing all instances of one creature type with vampire.
Oh.
So he can make vampire tokens when it hits.
All right. Well, you get Tana.
So, gain control, change the text of that creature by replacing all instances of one creature type. So, text meaning like the typing that Tana is. So, he can make Tana either an elf vampire or a vampire druid.
No, it becomes a vampire, but it can also change a word of the text box from one instance of creature type to another. So changing it from making saplings to vampires.
That's crazy.
Yep.
1/1 green vampires.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
You can start making green vampires now.
Don't make vampires. Olivia benefits off of making assassins, mercenaries, pirates, or rogues or warlocks. So if you do one of
That's
those,
true.
No, it changes X into vampire.
you can't. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, right. You're right. You can't change it to anything. It becomes vampire. Okay.
But they will then become 2/2 vampires with first strike. Thanks
Yeah,
to,
I was gonna
the
say
captain.
Stormkirk Captain makes them all 2/2s with first strike. That's pretty good.
It is quite good. Oh boy.
I believe those treasure tokens are perfect payment for me literally yoinking your commander.
So now,
Yeah.
Nazgul, did you also remove a counter from the stadium?
Right. Yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Alright, we can just say that this inkling is Lana.
All right. And then was that all you had?
Let me double check. Yep, I believe that's all I have.
All right.
All
2
right.
strong turns from
Very
Nazgul and
I'm glad-
Kryptos.
Upkeep. Wrong. Oh, perfect. Do I want to? I need to.
Oh, Tana,
I'll
not
pay the-
Lana. I said Lana. Tana. Tana.
Yes.
I will
That's
pay the
okay.
2. Pay it with. Yeah, I'll pay with these 2. Alright. So, Corrupted Crossroads as my land for turn. I will go to combat. Hey Nazgul,
Yes.
if I choose to draw cards with Tymna's ability this turn, will you let her hit you for 2?
Now be
You know
very
what?
careful. He didn't say he wouldn't pay for drawing the cards.
But I will not pay for it. I need my mana for other things.
You know what? Sure.
Go to combat. I'll swing my Mind Render at Azoreign and Tymna at Nazgul.
Mm,
The Mind Render is a 7/4 with Menache.
Yep. I don't want to lose anything I have, so I guess I'm going to take 7, 3, 4, and then I will exile until I hit a non-land Lemony.
Correct.
It's a Nile Spellbomb. It's a single
What's
mana.
the activate effect?
You can tap it and sacrifice it and exile someone's graveyard. And when you do, you
I'll
can...
go ahead and pay the 1 life for it.
Okay. So that's on your battlefield.
Main phase 2. I've dealt combat damage to 2 opponents, so I'll lose 2 life and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
paying the 2 for neither of them.
All right.
I'll tap 2, cast Talisman of Progress. Then I'll tap 5, and I'll cast Starfall Invocation. I'll choose to gift the card to Nazgul. So I'll destroy all creatures, and since the gift is promised, I'll return a creature card put into my graveyard this way from the battlefield under my control.
Yes. So you will return
So-
either Tana or the Eldrazi.
I'll return the Eldrazi, and I will also trigger Heirloom Blade, revealing cards on the top of my deck until I reveal an Eldrazi card and adding it to my hand.
So now, were any of the destroyed creatures artifacts?
But not see it goes to hand.
And all of my creatures have indestructible, so
Yes.
mine will stay.
And I know Lemony didn't have any artifacts. Kryptos, you don't have any by the looks of it. I
Nope.
have 1, so I will have Lemony lose 1 life due
Sounds
to
good.
Disciple of the Vault. Seeing Scrap Trawler will also, when it or another artifact dies, so I can return either the Enthusiastic Mechanaut or the Wayfarer's Bauble to my hand once it dies, and I will...
Limbs, are you grumpy? I stole someone else's.
I'm gonna choose the
commander and
Mechanaut.
converted it
We'll
to
go
a
to my
vampire.
hand.
No,
And
but at
I'm,
least 2 boards were starting to get a little bit scary that it could deal with.
and
I'll be honest though, I was
beg-
hoping for a slightly different board wipe, but
Oh, and then I
Starfall
had...
Invocation works.
I'm throwing Dana back into my command zone.
I had 4 creatures die, so this will go... The Aetherworks Marvel will go to 9 energy counters.
Ooh.
Right after this, I will pass to the turn.
Alright. So the Aetherworks Marvel does say cast, so I do have to obey a timing restriction, so I'm not going to do that now. So I'll untap, upkeep. I will leave my 2 tapped. Do it, because Mishra's dead. You know what? No. Go ahead, make another treasure. Draw.
Yeah.
Okay, let's weed some of this out. Let's play Commander Sphere.
I don't think you actually need to worry about the time restrictions on the Marvel.
It says you may cast 1.
Yeah, but usually effects like that ignore the time restrictions unless it says otherwise. It's why like an instant speed cast things with hideaway cards.
We'll have to... Someone in chat check that if you would. So Aetherworks Marvel... I'll pull it up here while I'm casting another spell. Yeah, if you just read the text, someone in chat, maybe Theik or Captain Poland, Musing Melodist, you can check me on that. Look at the top 6. You may cast a card from among them without paying its mana cost. Do I have to obey timing restrictions, or can I just do that as soon as I activate the ability? Anyway.
Should work just the same way as Cascade.
Played my land. I want my commander back. My hand is not looking too Gucci right now. Let's see what we get off of the Marvel. Thea says you can tap Aetherworks and cast right away, so you do not have to obey timing restrictions. So I'm going to tap, pay 6 energy, going to 3, and I will exile the top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what we get. Let's do it slowly.
You know, the one thing I
Spine of Ishza, great hit.
Mm.
Simulacrum Synthesizer, another good hit. Land. One with the Machine. Cyberman Squadron. And Thran Dynamo. Okay, so not gonna choose these
Ooh.
3. Let's
I also
go
say
ahead.
the spine, because you can get rid of both the monument and the smuggling tide this turn if you wanted to.
You're the one who
Those
board
smothering
wiped.
tides and one of my things.
Nazgul, I won't get rid of the monument if we're chill. Or are you gonna like win?
Oh no,
I
I'm not there yet.
I want that Cyberman squadron so badly, but yeah, because like I want to do more stuff, but the Smothering Tithe is really limiting me right now. So I will bottom these. I will cast Spine of Ishsa without paying its mana costs. When it enters, I will destroy target permanent, targeting Smothering Tithe.
Alrighty.
Then I will tap for 3. Do I have a mountain out? I don't think so.
So, what do you guys think about the vocal group of Magic players that are kind of upset that soon over half of Magic will no longer be Magic? It will be tie-ins
Yeah.
to other franchises.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in that camp. I love Magic. I love the artwork. I love the original story, and I think Magic is just doing a little bit of Fortnite right now, where they're just kind of like grabbing IPs from everywhere, and it's just kind of, in my opinion, the integrity of the game is faltering a little bit, just because, you know, instead of focusing on their own sets, they're just kind of really, you know, they're trying to make these tie-in sets in creatures and spells really good to make people want to buy them. So it's some way, to me, it just feels like they're not making their own sets great because they're putting all of their effort into the tie-in. So but I am going to recast Mishra. He will enter. I've already played my land. I've got 4 mana left. I would like to pay math here. Let's go ahead and do 2. I'm gonna have this be red, this will be blue. I'm going to cast Reckless Fireweaver and Ethereum Sculptor. When Reckless Fireweaver says, whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, Reckless Fireweaver deals 1 damage to each opponent. So I will go ahead and, or actually, hold up, the way that I need to do this. You guys knew they were in my hands anyway. If I did blue, 3 red, 2 red here, then the Mechanaut instead of the, because I'm going to cast them anyway, but you'll each, whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, Reckless Fireweaver will deal 1 damage to each opponent, so you'll each take 1.
Yep. Just took 1.
Then I will... Oh, shoot. Because I gotta make a copy of Spine of Ishsa. I will go to combat, make a Mishra's Warform token of the Spine of Ishsa. I will I'm going to yes, you'll each lose 1 more life. I'm going to destroy Lemony's Eldrazi.
Yep.
Then I will go to combat. And I'm going to send 5 at Lemony. And I'll send, or actually I'm going to send 4 at Lemony with the Spine. And I just casted Mishra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to send 4 at you, Lemony, because you board wiped and I really didn't like that. So 4 at Lemony with the Spine with haste.
I take 4.
I'm tapped out. Can't do anything else, unfortunately. So I'll go to my end step. Mishra's Warform will be sacrificed, and my Aetherworks Marvel will get another energy. And I'm done. I'll pass.
Alrighty.
So Nazgul, I just want you to keep in mind as you play this turn, think of what I've just done for you on my turn.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man, that Spine is going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Just gonna keep-
the one thing with the Spine and Mishra is that combo is just I can only do it once per turn because it's only during combat. But yeah, it's pretty brutal. Like, you play anything too scary and it just destroys a permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but if we get rid of the spine without exiling it, they'll just go straight back to the hand.
Yep, spine
And
of
do it
Mishra.
again twice next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Nazgul, while you think really
Right,
quick.
and
Sorry.
I had to.
Thea
no, you're
and-
fine.
Yes, you sacrifice your creature, but I just want to take a minute to read what Thea and Musing Melodist have said. Trying to figure out where to look. I got like things in like blocking my vision, but Musing Melodist says, I think the continual increase of universes beyond and now the inclusion of them in all formats is a terrible mistake, made solely for profit over the game's well-being. I completely agree. Thea says, me too. I'm in the Fortnite bad camp as well, Azo. But just ignore most of the IP. Yes. Like, I didn't even really pay attention to the Marvel stuff. Even though, like, some of the cards were cool, it's just not really, like, I don't want to devote a lot of my time to paying attention to that either. And Thea says, Musing Melodist, when have our corporate overlords, it has to ever cared about the game's when have they ever cared about the game's well-being? All they care about is profit. And the unfortunate thing, I'm pretty sure, is that Mark Rosewater quite literally came out and said, don't worry, we're not going to focus too much on other IP. We're just going to do it here and there, blah, blah, blah. And then they had a huge success with Universes Beyond, and now they are just pumping it. Like, every set has like a tie-in Universes Beyond set. It's just like, oh my gosh. Anyway, that's enough stalling the game. Nazgul, go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to pay 5 for a Rabble Rousing. It has Hideaway 5. So I'm going to look at the top 5. Oh, man. We're going to go with that one. And whenever I attack with one or more creatures, create that many 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. Then, if I control 10 or more creatures, I may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost.
What's the name of that card?
Rabble Rousing.
Rabble Rousing. Am I spelling Rabble wrong? Rabble?
Rabble.
Double B.
I guess you could say it's the bee's knees.
Ha ha ha.
I'm gonna go into combat, and I'm gonna swing at. I'm gonna swing at Kryptos for 4.
Alright, I gotta take it.
As I swing, I'm just gonna use these as my tokens because I don't have the citizen ones yet. I create 2 citizens.
Does the Eldrazi Monument not give vigilance?
It does not.
Flying and indestructible. Okay,
Only-
got it.
And with that, actually, no.
Might be thinking of a Chroma's Monument, which gives like First Strike,
What?
Vigilance,
Mhm.
Haste, Trample, and Pro Black and Pro Red.
We're gonna pay
Something
6
like that.
to get Tana back out.
Tana has arrived.
And then I'll pass.
Alright. And she's back.
Olivia has re-entered the chat.
Yep.
And I shall pass turn.
Right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay. An island. I'll tap blue and 2. Cast Cosmic's Unsealing.
Very
3
cool
mana
card.
for an enchantment with the Void. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or 6, create 2/0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens that you can stack to add 1 colorless. And whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 7 or greater, draw 3 cards.
Very good card.
There is one Universes Beyond set I am looking forward to.
What's that?
The Final Fantasy one.
I have never
Same.
been into Final Fantasy, but I'll take your word for it. If you're excited for it, I'm happy for you, but I've never been a Final Fantasy guy, so.
I legit plan on saving and then spending most, if not all, of my tax returns on that set.
Gosh.
Wow.
I'll tap 4, and I'll cast Kydele, Chosen of Crufix. Since she is a creature with mana value of 4, I create 2 spawns.
Yep.
Let me quickly fish out my spawn token since I have those. And one of my token boxes. That's a summon. This one. Other side of the side. Yeah. So I have 2 of these. And of course, ideally, I can tap with the added amount of colorless equal to the amount of cards I've drawn. Of course, she has summoning sickness, so that doesn't help. I'll then tap 1, 2, 3, and sacrifice a spawn for 4, and cast Thought Not Seer. When it is the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-link card from amongst them and exile that card. And when Thought Not leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. How many cards are in each people's hands?
3.
4.
1.
4, 4, 3? Or let's call this 1? Okay, who has 4?
Me.
Alright, I'll choose you then, since you have the most.
Ethereum Sculptor, Commander Sphere, and 2 lands.
I will exile the Commander Sphere.
I'll put
And
that
also-
over here because that's until Thought Not Seer leaves.
Nope. When he leaves, you draw a card.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I guess I just.
And because he has a mana
Tricky.
value of 4, I get to create 2 more spawn.
Okay. Kozilek's Unsealing is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, like, all of my tokens are just kind of mixed up.
Lemmy
So it's
is
hard to
just
find-
making sure that I have. He's board wiped.
Okay.
He's attacked me. He's hit me twice with his other Eldrazi. Now he's hitting me with Thought Not Seer. I'm not sure
You're
if Lemmy likes
playing.
me.
You're playing artifacts with Mishra.
I like artifacts.
And then lastly, I'll sacrifice a spawn to equip my Heirloom Blade to Thought Not.
Okay.
And I will then pass the turn.
I'm also still incredibly nervous of Nazgul, who's got 10 treasures just sitting there
It would be
Menacingly.
with 1
It
card
would
in
be
hand.
great
though.
if I had more than 1 card, but
Ugh. All right.
That 1 card could be a Crackle's power.
Play a mountain for turn. All right, I need to draw some cards here. Let's go ahead and tap 1 blue because artifacts cost 1 less. I'll play that Ethereum Sculptor. You'll each lose 1 life. Now my artifacts cost 2 less. I will tap Soul Ring and I will play Solemn Simulacrum for 2.
Sad robot.
You will each lose another life.
Very sad robot.
He is a sad
The
robot.
saddest of boys.
I'll search. I'm just going to go for the first basic island. I'll enter tapped. Most importantly, that allows me to shuffle my library to get those sweet, sweet hits off the bottom. And maybe hit them with Aetherworks Marvel yet again.
I curse you with nothing but land.
Now, unfortunately, nothing I have can be killed by the skull clamp, and that's why I was really hoping to have Commander Sphere. That
Also,
card.
you flipped a card.
I did.
Judge.
He's cheating.
Is
Judge.
that
Alright, cut like that. Alright, I've got one card in hand. You all know it's an island. Lemony revealed my hand to the world. Okay, how do I gain card advantage right now? Okay, I will go to combat. Mishra triggers. Mishra's war form of Spine of Ishsa. I will destroy the Thought Not Seer to draw a card.
I choose who draws a card.
Oh, do you? I thought it was the person that you...
When it leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card.
Okay, then I would like to restructure this because I thought it was I draw a card. What I would like to do is to tap...
I'll make a deal.
No.
Don't attack
I
me
don't
this
want
time,
your
and I'll
deal.
let you draw the card.
I don't want your deal. I'm going to tap the Darksteel Citadel to clamp my Solemn. I will go to combat, make the Mishra's war form of the Spine of Ishsa, and I will destroy my own Solemn Simulacrum.
Damn.
I will draw 3 cards.
That's one way to do it.
That's pretty good.
When Solemn dies, I will put an energy counter on the Aetherworks Marvel to go to 5. Thea, Magic and Jujutsu Kaisen is just fun.
Why didn't you just Warform Sad Robot and then just draw at the end of your turn?
Because I want to
You only
try
make
and
war
play
forms of
cards now.
non-creatures.
Yes, and yeah, that too. I can only make war forms of non-creatures.
Ah.
Okay, so
It's not that busted.
I'm currently in combat. Lemony's got a bunch of stuff. Lemony, the war form is gonna go at you, and I'm gonna send Mishra over at Kryptos. 5/4.
I'll block your 4/4 with my 7/5.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take the 5.
The war form will die. I will get another energy. Exactly what I wanted. All right.
Because now you can Aetherworks at any time.
Yes. So I'm going to go to. I'm now in my post-combat main phase. I'll tap, remove all 6 energy counters off of the Aetherworks Marvel, and 6, 2, 4, 6. We will reveal them one by one to build suspense. Land. Arcane Signet. Land. Oh no. Okay, Beacon of Unrest.
Ooh.
Feed the Swarm. And Mishra, Tamer of Makfawa. So not the biggest hits. What do I have? Now, Beacon of Unrest can get an artifact or creature from a graveyard. What are creatures in everyone's graveyards?
I just have the Mind Render.
Vampire Cutthroat, Stromkirk Captain, and Vihan.
Nothing.
Nothing, you said.
Nothing.
Interesting.
Because all his fun creatures are on the field and they have indestructible.
It's just a bunch of tokens and half of his command zone.
You can still be killed by a bunch of tokens in half a command zone.
I'm going to choose
That's
Mishra, Tamer of Makfawa. So now my permanents have ward, sacrifice a permanent. So if you want to target anything I control, you must sacrifice a permanent.
Ugh.
Full disclosure, it's a good thing you didn't go for the beacon, because I would have just spellbombed whoever's graveyard you targeted.
cut
In
like
fact-
Yeah,
that.
no, that's.
Well, let's
that's
start
fair.
the stack. I'll go ahead and spellbomb your graveyard now, just because, just so you can't get the unearth
Sure.
effects going on.
Man, Lemony, I am just not happy with you.
Now you have your spellbomb in the graveyard. I think. Actually, no, sacrifice is part of the cost, so I think it would get rid of itself in this instance.
Okay, so that's all of that is exiled. I have. Oh no, I have these.
I'm over here just trying to play the game.
Sorry, as you just happen to be the most convenient target for most of my stuff right now. Had the most cards on your hand for me to pick one to get rid of, but thought not. You were the only one doing graveyard shenanigans for your own spell bomb. Thanks for that, by the way.
I'll tap.
And
Oh,
the board
actually,
wipe was basically meant to hurt both you and Daniel.
I'm going to tap 1 mana because it's reduced by 2. Okay. Question. I'm going to play Sculpting Steel. Now, if I have Sculpting Steel enters a copy of something, and then Mishra makes the Warform copy of this, does it re-enter as Sculpting Steel, or does it re-enter as the copy of whatever?
It sees wherever it is on the battlefield, which is wherever it's a copy of.
Okay, so then I will not choose to make it a copy of anything, because Sculpting Steel says may. I'm going to have Sculpting
Well.
Steel remain Sculpting Steel.
Yeah.
So that
Sounds
way,
good.
when Mishra makes a Warform copy, I can then make it into whatever I want. You will all take 1 damage off of the Reckless Fireweaver.
Yes.
My hand is looking rough. I'm going to tap a single mana, and I will equip the Skull Clamp. I don't know what's more likely to die. I'm actually going to equip it onto the Reckless Fireweaver because I feel like that might be a target, as people don't want to take damage. After that, I will pass my turn.
Alrighty. We're gonna right away. I'm just gonna sack a sapling and then draw.
I usually guess I just got the small one and one that plays about the same.
You know, I have all the mana in the world and nothing to do with it.
Same. I literally just left 5 mana untapped because I have nothing to spend it on.
I'm about to have more, so I'm gonna pay 2 for Earthcraft.
Good lord.
Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, did you sacrifice a creature to Eldrazi Monument?
I did. I sacked one of my
Okay.
saplings. And so it's going to be like that. 5 mana. And we're going to play Ravos, Soul Tender.
I mean,
Now there's
another
creatures
creature
on
buff.
victories.
And then I'm going to go into combat. Let's see. I don't like your entire board. We're gonna spread the love. I'm going to swing. Let's see. We're gonna swing 4 in the air at Azo with my 2
6.
citizens.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 6 in the air. Sorry. Yep. I'm gonna swing 4 at Lemony.
Not about that.
And 3 at Cryptos. As each of these swing, I'm going to create 1, 2, 3, 4
Four more
more
citizens.
citizens.
I'll take the 3.
Alright, take a death roll.
Nazgul, I'm gonna block one of your creatures with my enthusiastic mechanaut, and I'll take 3.
Okay.
And when I do that, I will put an energy counter onto Aetherworks Marvel.
All right. So I'm hitting you for 1. Wait, okay. So I created the 4. 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't have enough. I have 9 creatures now.
Oh, to flip your hideaway.
Yep.
One.
1 short. Okay, so 1 dealt damage.
Total 3 creatures hit.
Yeah. So 3 points, and I'm going to create 4 saplings.
Almost saps.
And I'll pass the turn.
All right.
Dang, this man's got like 50 mana. Like right now.
I wish I could do something. Ah. Oh wait, only okay. 1 of those are tapped. 4 of those are untapped.
All right. I'm going to tap 2 swamps to play Deadly Dispute, sacrificing my Orzhov Signet so I can draw 2 cards and create a treasure token.
Okay.
Let's see.
Azoreign, I think we need to fumigate the chat.
Why? I'm kind of like skimming over it right now. They're talking about slivers. And
That's why.
Harobi.
Many of the slivers.
Maybe
They was
the
talking about trying to
slivers.
convince you to let Poland play a slivers deck.
The infestation of slivers.
Gotta fumigate the whole chat. Start completely over.
Mm.
I will play Reign of Riches, giving myself 2 more treasure tokens, so I have 3.
No cash. No. 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 Mine. Mine.
Also, land for turn. I forgot that.
Mm.
You want to play against Captain Poland's sliver deck? It's good. Well, if that's the case, then we can definitely try and get you and Captain Poland on the channel together, Thea.
I should show up with a deck that's somehow just, I don't know, 60 copies of a Me Boy Changeling for the
Alright, I'm
islands.
going to tap 2 land and all 3 of my treasures to crack them and cast Mass Mutiny.
Oh.
Ooh.
Mass Mutiny allows me to gain, let's see, for each opponent, gain control up to 1 target creature that component controls until end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste until end of turn.
That's a cool card. So, just a reminder for me, Mishra, Tamer of Makvawa, is giving all of my permanents ward sacrifice a permanent. So that spell does say target creature. So if you do want the whole spell to resolve, you'll have to sacrifice a permanent, correct? Or does he just not take one of my creatures?
Well, first off,
you cascade.
I cascade.
Okay. So 4 or less.
4 or less, and it has to be a
Non-land.
non-land. Okay. First is Dead Before Sunrise. Sadly, that is a non-land, and it's 4 or less. But that's
On
fine.
turn, all creatures in control get +1/+0 and gain tap, deal damage equal to its power to target creature.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to take.
Do you not have to
Ravos-
pay for ward? Like, this spell is quite literally saying target.
I know. Hold
No,
on. I'm
no.
getting to you.
Thea in chat is saying that you don't have to pay for the ward.
The ward
So-
wouldn't trigger unless. Well, actually, you go.
Yeah, you just
I'm
keep
gonna.
going.
I'm going to take Ravos the Soul Tender.
Okay. In response to you just targeting him, he'll untap on your side, but I'm just gonna tap him to untap. Let's do planes, and then you take him.
Okay. I'm going to take. Let's see.
I have
I'm
a
going
Thought
to-
Knots here, which is currently a 7/5, and then Kydele, who's a 2/3. I can
I'm
tap
gonna
to add
take
1
Thought
spell
Knot
to each
Seer.
target wrong. Yep.
Thought Not Seer. And then I'm going to sacrifice a swamp.
Yeah, I mean,
To take Mishra, Tamer of Makfawa.
yeah. Well, I'll have to confirm, but I mean, the ruling that I'm reading right now, ward increases the cost of a spell to target a creature by requiring the opponent to perform the action. And Mass Mutiny says quite literally you If it just said gain control of a creature, that would get around ward, but it says target specifically. Anyway, okay, so you got Mishra.
Right. I have Mishra, Soul Tender, and the Thought Knot. Alright. So, going into combat, everything has haste. Let's see.
And we have Preston in
Bravo
chat
gives
also saying
everything
that.
else.
So this is all just hypotheticals because Kryptos, you did pay the ward, so this doesn't matter. But Preston in chat is saying that hypothetically, if you did not pay the ward to target one of my permanents, it would counter the whole spell. And I quote, "Whenever a permanent with ward becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays the additional cost." So. Anyway, keep moving through your turn, Kryptos.
Alright. Nazgul is going to get Olivia and Thought Knot.
Just remember, I do have.
Like 1,000,000 tokens.
Well,
Yeah, that all.
I'm seeing. To me, it looks like they're all tapped out. So. it's
So
not.
these 4 are untapped. These 4 are untapped. So like,
Okay.
the 1 and the 2, those are the guys that swung.
Okay. Then let me rephrase that, or let me reassign. So Olivia and Thought Knot are going after Azoreign.
Okay.
Let's see. Soul Tender is going to go after Nazgul. And then that leaves Mishra. Mishra's not going to attack, but at the end of combat on the second main phase, I'm going to
Well, first we have to resolve combat.
Yeah. Let's resolve combat first. So we'll just go. Let's go in turn order, starting with me. I have Olivia and the Thought Knot Seer coming at me. Correct?
You're right.
Thought Knot is currently an 8/6.
It's an 8/6, and it's getting a 1/1 buff from Ravos. Did you do
No,
that?
I'm
Lemony?
counting the Ravos buff.
You
That's
counted
counting
it.
the Ravos buff.
Okay.
Don't forget the Dead Before Dawn.
That only counted the
yes.
creatures that are already on your field. And
Which would be
only
Olivia.
outlaws.
So Olivia, who went to 4 from Ravos and 1 from that, so that's 5 from Olivia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will block the Thought Knot Seer with my Reckless Fireweaver. He will die. I will put another energy counter onto the Aetherworks Marvel and draw 2 cards.
And then I believe Naz just had Ravos going after him.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna block the Ravos.
Actually, wait. I forgot. Since Dead Before Dawn only affects outlaws and creatures that were on, I am gonna have Mishra attack, and
Sure.
that will also go after Nazgul.
Okay, so Mishra is a 4/4. That's cool.
Okay.
He'll technically be a 5/5 due to Ravos.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have 3 of my citizens block Mishra,
Lame.
and the 4th citizen is just gonna block Ravos.
So, question: do I control Mishra when he goes to the graveyard, or technically,
It's put into your graveyard.
Aetherworks Marvel specifically says a creature I control.
You
Yeah,
cannot
no.
control it when it dies.
Okay, so no counter for the Aetherworks.
And I get a treasure token because Olivia
Got to punch someone.
got to punch someone. Yay!
And Ravos goes back to my command zone.
Okay, and then Lemony, was Lemony attacked? I can't remember.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
And then I shall pass turn.
Alright. Did Olivia have vigilance?
No, Olivia did not have vigilance.
Okay. Untap, upkeep. Oh, please, thank you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And technically do both. Oh shit. Alright. Probably isn't gonna last long, but will be nice to have while it does. At least for the one turn it'll be around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll tap 6 and cast Echoes of Eternity. In your enchantment Eldrazi, if a triggered ability of a colorless spell you control or another colorless permanent you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Whenever you cast a colorless spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy.
dang.
And your responses.
I wish.
Nope.
Uno!
I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4 and sack a spawn for 5 to cast Territory Color.
Oh no.
So 2 things happen. First, I make a copy of it, and second, Positive Unsealing triggers, and then that ability is copied by the
Jeez.
echoes. So I make
Who would
Or
have thought
more
an
spawns.
Eldrazi deck having a million triggers?
and I get 2 territory colors, which are 7/5s with Devoid and Reach. And Landfall, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature, you may reveal and put in your hand. If you don't put the card in your hand, you may put it into your graveyard.
Okay.
Yeah, Echoes
And
of
I
Eternity
will-
is a very good card.
Tap Kydele for 1 colorless, and sack all 5 of my spawns to cast Endbringer.
Oh my gosh.
So on cast, makes 4 more spawns and another copy of itself. Endbringer untap during each other player's untap step, which doesn't matter for this turn since it doesn't have haste. And it's 3 abilities. I can tap it, deal 1 damage to any target. I can pay a colorless, tap it, target creature can't attack or block this turn. Or I can pay 2 colorless, tap it to draw a card. And it's
Yep.
a 5/5.
Wow.
Wolf.
Woof.
Whoa, whoa.
And I thought my turn was good.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
In fact, it still is good. Because I have no aggression this turn. Although I have a land that I could play to trigger my colors. Although I have a way to draw any additional cards. So, I will, however, go to combat and swing my Thought Knot for 7 at Azoreign.
I will. It doesn't have trample?
No.
I'll block. Put an energy counter on Aetherworks Marvel.
Yep.
Okay.
Technically, it counts on you, the player, but anyway. With that, I will pass the turn.
All right, and then I do just want to take a second because Preston said in chat had the same issue with Ward and a spell called Fire Covenant, with one of the targets being Tivit in CDH, and the entire spell was countered even though there were other targets besides Tivit because he could not pay the Ward. Yes, that is a good point. Thank you, Preston, for bringing that to our attention. I'm in danger. All right, so untap. Upkeep and draw. Oh my, okay. I'm going to go ahead and play Sunken Hollow untapped because I do control 2 or more basics. And I will just start by tapping Gilded Lotus for blue, and then I will tap the Darksteel Citadel for the last colorless. And I'm going to play 1 with the Machine. Draw a card equal to the highest CMC of artifacts you control, which is 7. I'm going to draw 7 cards.
Yeah. Whole new hand.
2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. I did play my land. Okay, math time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's actually perfect. Okay. 1, 2, Soul Ring makes 4, 5, 6, and 7. Need to have a red, so we'll do Command Tower. 7, Cyberman Squad. So non-legendary artifact creatures I control have Myriad. Then I will tap for 3 and I'll play Cursed Mirror. When Cursed Mirror enters the battlefield, I may have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it gains haste. I will choose the Cyberman Squadron. Then, after that, I have no mana left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am going to go to combat. I will choose... I don't think it really matters, but I'm going to choose the Mishra's Warform of the Spine of Ishsa. Or no, sorry. I'm going to choose Mishra's Warform as Sculpting Steel. Sculpting Steel will enter, and I will make it a copy of Eldrazi Monument. I'll give all of my creatures +1/+1 flying and indestructible. Correct?
Yep.
All right, Lemony and Kryptos, do you have flyers?
I am flying, but I have 2 7/5s with 3.
I have a tapped flyer.
Okay. So I will go to combat. My Eldrazi Monument is a 4/4 non-legendary artifact creature. My 2 Cyberman Squadrons are giving everything double Myriad. So, and
I am non-legendaries.
Yes, which these all 3 are non-legendary. All right.
So let's go.
I'm gonna bring out the calculator. So, Mishra currently is getting +1. I'm gonna go to combat, and I am going to swing everything at Nazgul.
Okay.
All right. How many creatures do you have untapped?
I have 4, 8. 8 altogether.
Well, both of our creatures are indestructible. You know what? No, I'm gonna send all of my creatures at Kryptos, just because he has no blockers, and we're trying to end the game.
The base Cyberman squadron can't attack this Tonga 76.
You are correct. Okay, so I'll send
Just
these,
the Warforged and the Mirror.
and I'm gonna just send Mishra for good measure. So Mishra will also go. Mishra currently.
We have 7,
All right.
7, I believe.
So
Oh, no,
we're
6, I'm sorry.
so these two
Actually,
have double myriad because this is giving this one myriad, and it just says non-legendary artifact creatures you control have myriad.
Yeah, a total of, you're gonna end up with a total of 5 Eldrazi monuments. So all your creatures are gonna be getting +5/+5.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I should also
Not
be
5 tokens, 5 total copies. The original +4 tokens.
okay. So the original +4, and then for the Cyberman squadron.
Also 4 tokens of it.
All right, so then getting 4 of those, and now these 2 are going at Kryptos, so they're getting +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 9 and 10 for 19. Mishra is then also going to make 29 damage at you, Kryptos,
I am dead.
and then
Me and Nazgul each have 2 copies each of
yes.
the squadron and the monuments.
So Nazgul, I think you can block everything because I'm only sending 4 creatures at you, and then Lemony, you are having 4 creatures in the air at you.
Which are in block 2 of them. How big is this?
The bigger ones will be the squadrons. They'll have 1 extra power.
I'll block 2 of the squadrons, but
Yep.
that's still lethal. I die, which means Nazgul wins because he'll just kill you by triggering. If he doesn't kill you with damage, he'll kill you by triggering the stadium.
Oh, how many counters do you have on the stadium?
Currently at 5. Also, in case I couldn't do that, I was actually going to have it all go through and pay 5 for an ink shield.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I just had nothing. Like, these were all lands, and I just had a bunch of just nonsense stuff that's not.
I
Oh,
have kind of.
dang.
Oh, I have.
Whoa.
What else can I do? I
Sadness.
just oh man, yeah. I mean, I kind of figured I was gonna lose to Nazgul, but I could have.
I was surprised you kept that Eldrazi monument so long. I was so scared you were going to destroy that at any point.
I thought about it, but then like I knew I had the sculpting steel in my hand, so I was kind of thinking about how to basically do what I just did.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
your token board just was getting out of control to where like I
It
couldn't.
happened just a little bit too late.
Yeah, I couldn't effectively attack you. Usually,
And the sad part about tribal decks is they need a board state to do anything, and someone
Also, you might have actually gotten Azoreign if instead of copying the monument, you copied your spine.
And destroyed the monument.
Destroyed the monument, the stadium.
All
But-
right, guys, it
and-
was fun. Have a good night.
Yep, so what we usually do here is talk about our 3 most impactful cards, but it is late. I am very tired. So unfortunately, we're just gonna call it a night and say thank you for watching. Nazgul, it was great having you back on the channel. The long-awaited return.
Absolutely.
Kryptos, it was nice playing with you. First game on the channel. I appreciate you being willing to come on here, and streaming's not for everybody, so it takes a lot of courage to just get on and be in front of the camera. Lemony, you're always willing to throw down. Your deck, I did not know it was an Eldrazi deck. Very fun, very cool to see. I think all the decks tonight did very well. Let me throw up the winners. We're gonna throw up Tana, because Tana won that game fair and square for Nazgul, who tutored for a Smothering Tithe, like always. I lose to Nazgul when he gets Smothering Tithe out. Who would have guessed? Thea in chat, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yes, we're not streaming again this week. It is Thanksgiving week, so please go forth, have a great Thanksgiving, be thankful. I am thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for my guests. And that is going to do it for us here tonight. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.